Food and medicine on display in Cúcuta, Colombia, right on the border with neighboring Venezuela. Tons of humanitarian aid donated by the United States and Colombia for Venezuela are part of a strategy, not just to help the needy, but to undermine embattled President Nicolas Maduro. The U.S. ambassador made an appeal in Spanish to Venezuela's military to defy Maduro's order not to let it pass.
You will have to make a decision that will always be remembered by your parents, your brother and sisters, and your daughters. They'll all remember your decision.
Just across the border, the military is so far following Maduro's orders.
I'm less than 100 meters from the entrance to the Las Tienditas o Ureña Bridge, which separates Venezuela from Colombia, and from the humanitarian aid that's being collected on the other side of that bridge. And for the first time, and since dawn, members of the National Guard have been deployed here and have declared this area a national security zone.
A handful of demonstrators waved flags and taunted the soldiers. But in the nearby city of San Cristobal, a far larger group has been demonstrating for days, demanding that humanitarian aid be allowed in.
They took away my health benefits and I can't afford to go to Colombia to buy the drugs for my cancer treatment. My daughter is a diabetic and needs insulin injections daily, and we can't get that either.
Despite these stories, President Maduro appears determined to keep the foreign aid out, describing the offer as a thinly disguised act of foreign intervention.
Venezuela will not allow this show of false humanitarian aid because we're not beggars, simply as that.
On the other side, self-declared interim President Juan Guaidó seems hopeful that he can provide what Maduro cannot, while at the same time tempting the military to change sides. And if they don't, there's a plan B.
I am convinced that we will get the aid through with the Venezuelans. People and more people carrying the humanitarian aid. People and more people making a humanitarian corridor a reality.
Exactly how President Maduro plans to play his hand is still not so clear, as opposition supporters here at the border prepare for what is almost certain to be a confrontation. Lucia, Newman, Al Jazeera, San Cristobal, Venezuela.